Welcome to This Sports on This is Beirut. Today I'm joined by Riyadi and Lebanese national basketball team player Karim Zeinoun. Karim, welcome back to the show. Great to
Thank
have you
you.
with
It's
us.
always a pleasure to be here. Excited for the interview.
Karim, you just came back from Iran after
Yes.
defeating Gorgan in the Wasl group stage. How tough was that game physically and mentally, especially that you just came off an injury?
Honestly, it was a very tough game. Especially my teammates were a bit tired because me and Ali Mansour didn't play the game before traveling. So the main guys played heavy minutes, and we knew that fatigue was there. But we knew that we're going one time to Iran, so we had to make the most out of it and come out with the win. And credits to everyone who stepped up. Of course, they're not going to just hand us the game, especially on their home court. We're playing at a different altitude, different atmosphere. Everything was just different, but thank God we came out with the win. And this is a win not just for Riyadh, for the Lebanese fans also.
In Iran, you played with Ismail Ahmad as your foreign player instead of Ivan
Yes.
Bova. What pushed Coach Ahmad Farran to take this decision, and how did it affect the team on the court?
I think coach took this decision. Him and the coaching staff, they took this decision based off maybe what he needed exactly for that game, and maybe he saw that we needed a change to maybe surprise them, to change the way they play defense, because Smail Ahmad's play style is different than Buva. Smail can shoot more of an outside player, more of a passer. Buva is dominant inside. And of course, having Soma with you is, and he's like a coach on the court. When the coach is outside, Soma is the coach on the court. He brings leadership. He brings. So we felt in a way like we were comfortable with Soma being there for that game, and no need to speak what he adds. And he's been adding to the team for many years now to come, and hopefully more.
But what mental impact did that move have on the team and on Bova specifically?
Harabuva, we didn't see him since we traveled, so we have to see him. Once I see him, I know. But he was supportive. He didn't take it in a bad way. Maybe he knew that in a certain position that he wasn't being able to help us the way he should. But he's still a top tier player, and now in the league we're gonna have him back with us, and we're all excited to continue.
Speaking of Coach Ahmad Farran, how big of an impact does he have on you mentally during games? Like, what does he say or do during these key moments that pushes you to like fight harder and get the win?
Coach Ahmad has his ways with each player and with the team as a whole, but he always reminds us why we're doing this. And the main reason is to let the fans that support Riyadh and even Lebanese basketball to, when they watch us, to be entertained, to watch good basketball, to watch right basketball. So he goes with the motto, there is no I in team. So this is why he's had success throughout his whole career, because he implements this strategy, this mentality in the players, and whoever doesn't want to play that way, you'll see him outside of the team, and whoever is and puts the ego to the side will go a long way, and that's what we've been doing for 4 or 5 years now.
What's the difference between Riyadi coach Ahmad Farran and national team coach Ahmad Farran?
Technically the same. He asks the players to do the specific job, but I think representing Lebanon, and he even said it, that the pressure is bigger than Riyadh, because you're playing at a bigger stage. You're representing a whole country. Not saying that there's no pressure in Riyadh. Riyadh is also like Coach Ahmad. I salute to him, because handling Riyadh and the national team at the same time is a very, very, very tough decision. But of course, yeah, and if anyone can do it, it's him. And us as Riyadh players, we look to support him and make the transition from Riyadh to Lebanese national team more easier for him. Let him mingle more with the players, get to know them more. So I think with time, national team is gonna be where it needs to be, back on top.
Speaking of the national team, in the World Cup qualifiers, you lost to Qatar
Yes.
at home and you defeated them away. And both were very tight games. Do you think that Lebanon is like losing its dominance in the region? Like, are other teams catching up while we're standing still?
I saw like a bit of chaos happened when we lost that game at home. That Lebanese basketball is not like before. I want to tell the fans that it still is. It's still the beginning of the windows, the beginning of the preparations. All we need is time. So the only enemy of us is time, nothing else.
But of course, preparation is very important, and having time to prepare well is really
Exactly.
important. But at the same time, this squad knows each other really well, and you played together in several tournaments before. From a player's perspective, what do you think was missing? Like, what wasn't working for you in the qualifiers?
I think even though we know each other and we played with each other before, but we played under different coaching systems. So first we had Coach Jad Al Haj, credits to him. He did a great run. Coach Perisic also different philosophy, and Coach Ahmad now trying to put another philosophy. Us as Riyadi players, we know Coach Ahmad, the way he thinks, the way he approaches games and situations and the preparations, but other players don't. And even though we played before together, but each player came from his own team with 2 3 days to memorize new sets, set up new play styles, new defensive tactics. Like a team is used to playing something, other teams play other stuff. So here it was a bit of a challenge to put everyone on the same page. That's why maybe Coach Ahmad played the most players that he knows, or at least the players that know him, who played in Beirut and in Riyadh with him, so that the shift would be easier. But I think with time, the chemistry on court, technically, not us as teammates, because us as teammates were all close together, almost the same age, all friends. We hang out with each other, but the technical part is where we needed to be on the same page, and we were at certain points in the game. But we have to be 40 minutes, not just instances during the game.
And we've seen a lot of close games locally and regionally.
Yes.
Uh, do you think that this is due to a drop in Riyadh's dominance on the court, or does it say more about how competitive Lebanon and West Asia have become?
To be honest, a bit of both. Not necessarily a drop in our performance. I'm going to start with this. Riyadh is always Riyadh. We just need a bit more time to figure things out, because we usually keep foreigners from the previous season. This year we got 3 new ones, so it's taking time to adapt to the play style. And I don't think a drop happened. Maybe a step behind in the chemistry and getting the foreigners on the same page. But I assure you, once the chemistry clicks, once our percentages go back to what we're used to, we're gonna still be the scary Riyadh, the team that everyone fears. And I'm looking forward to that. Even us as players, we know, and Coach Ahmed is even telling us, like you said, all the games we're winning them, but not in a convincing way like we're used to. And it's just a matter of time until we get the ball rolling and get ourselves back to where we were. And the Gulf and the Middle East and the West Asian teams and even the local teams, yes, they all have took a step forward because of the three foreigner rule. It brings up the competition, because it's helping other teams to compete more. Like, you don't see no more blowout games. So all the teams are improving and trying to make their best out of it.
And we're 2 months into the season now. How much of an impact do you think the three foreigners on court rule is having on the game?
For me personally, I don't like the three import rule, but if the people in charge see that's what's best, then maybe they see it in a different way. But me and majority of the players are against it, because in a way you're taking out of the Lebanese player, because you're having three foreigners and two locals, so that's 6 foreigners and 4 locals on the court at the same time. So I think it will affect a bit the Lebanese local players, but also at the same time, I tell all the Lebanese players to not give up, keep on training, keep on working hard, and you never know, maybe this might help them to train even more, be more persevered in their trainings and their lifestyle.
Knowing Wael Araqji, do you think he would make a return to Riyadh towards the end of the season, or could he make a bold move and join Sajas?
I don't see him going to Sajas. I think if he has time and the season ends and everything goes as planned, I think he will play with Riyadh. I don't think he will make this bold move, although it might be tempting for him.
Now, with the close games, foreign player issues, Wael's departure, many believe that Sajas has the upper hand and can steal Riyadh's crown. Do you see Sajas as a strong title contender this time?
Sajas is definitely a strong title contender. Each year they're a strong title contender. And for the point that you said that without Wael, and I would like to remind people that last year we played without Wael, even in the semi-finals and finals when he got injured in the Asian Championship, and even Amir was injured also. He played like 2, 3 full healthy games in the finals. The first couple of games he wasn't 100%. So Sajas is always a strong contender, but Wael's absence isn't putting them as favorites, if that's what you were asking. I think we're still the favorites. We've been dominating the last 3 years locally and West Asian and even in Asia. So I think we're the team to beat. Definitely there are strong contenders, strong teams trying to take the crown, like you said, but the crown fits heavy, so it's going to be hard for them to take it.
Well, this brings us to the end of this interview. Karim, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure, and good luck to you in everything you do.
Up next, since this is the last episode of 2025, let's take a look at the biggest moments that defined sports this year in this report. As 2025 comes to an end, these are some of the moments that shaped the world of sports. In football, PSG finally lifted their first UEFA Champions League trophy, delivering a dominant win over Inter Milan. Women's football exploded. UEFA Women's Euro 2025 became the biggest edition yet, with over 657,000 tickets sold, unlocking renewed investment and broadcast growth worldwide. Off the pitch, FIFA deepened its ties with Saudi Arabia through a $1 billion deal to fund global football infrastructure, while also pledging to build a new international standard stadium in Lebanon. In gaming, the Esports World Cup 2025 in Riyadh brought together more than 2,000 players and a record $70+ million prize pool, cementing its place as the biggest event in esports history. And in Formula One, Lando Norris became McLaren's first world champion since 2008. 2025 wasn't just about results, it was a year that redefined where sport is heading. That's all for this episode of This is Sports. Thanks for watching. Make sure to follow This is Beirut on all our social media platforms and check out our website for more episodes.